Hey guys, the Vitor Pereira pre-Aston Villa press conference has just taken place, and as ever, it's a very interesting one. All the main points that we're going to cover off here with our thoughts. First of all, he was asked about injuries, specifically to Strand Larson. He said he's got a muscular injury and will not be available for the game. Not anything that we really didn't know, but we still do not know the extent of that injury to Strand Larson. He was asked about transfers, of course. He said again that our priorities are to bring in a centre-back and a midfielder, and that the club are working on that. He was then asked, what happens if we don't get anyone in? How are you going to be about that? And he kind of hesitated. You could see he was a little frustrated, and he said, look, if that happens, I will do my best. He was talked about Matheus Cunha. He said he's working hard and, of course, will be able to help us in the next game. And then he was asked about would he change his system with Strand Larson out. He said he'll never change his system. It's not about one player. We have other players, and you can't build a system around one player. He went on to talk about we need our supporters to be with us for sure, and he's looking forward to the game. And he said, obviously, they're building and working on their system, their identity, and they do that ever since day one, and they'll continue to do that. He was asked about the derby and facing Aston Villa. He kind of chuckled, and he said, everywhere I go in the world, everyone tells me it's the biggest derby. So, yeah, he said in regards to his players and stuff like that being emotional, he said, like, his speech will not be emotional. It will be about intelligence, being calm, being focused in the moment and playing our game. He said they'll look inside of themselves to see what they can do and monitor him from the last game. We tried to play our game. He says in every single game that we've played, apart from Chelsea, we've been in the game and we've created chances against Newcastle, Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, but in the moment we haven't taken them, and we have to take our chances in the moment. And I think obviously that's pretty obvious really to all of us. We've been frustrated at the number of missed chances. Talking about Villa, he said that they're obviously a very strong team. They're a very good team, and he will respect them. They will respect them. And he also said, I want to see the best version of my team. He went back on to transfers again, and obviously was asked again about that. And then he was asked about, which was really interesting, about the lack of Gomez available for this game. And he went on for quite a while talking about this, which is say, like, why we need a midfielder. He said when Andre was out, we realised we needed a midfielder. Gomez is out, we realised we needed a midfielder. He said he's spoken to Tommy Doyle in the last couple of days. He said he's a very good player, he's a technical player, but to him, he's more of an 8 to 10 than a 6 to 8. He then talked about Balagard. He's not played in a 2, and then he went on to talk about Boubacar Traoré, but he's been out for a long time, and now he's got flu. Very clear they want to bring in this midfielder. It's going to be really interesting to see who he starts in the lineup tomorrow and what the lineup is. What we do know is he sees an identity on how the team will be. We'll line up pretty much the same. Someone will take up that Strand Larson role, and obviously someone's going to have to come in to play in the 2 in midfield, because he looks as if he's going to stick with the 2 in midfield. And obviously the transfer window rumbles on. He wouldn't give a lot about that. Underlying tone, I feel a little bit of exasperation from Vitor, that they haven't got the players in yet, and a little bit of exasperation, the thought that they might not get the players in. And I think a lot of the fans are really exasperated as well on this. We keep getting linked with players, this, that and the other, but we're not signing them, and then they get pinched and go somewhere else. The latest one, of course, Kevin Danso, now Juventus looking to take pole position on his signing. But obviously we'll keep you up to date. We've got 3 days till the transfer windows closes. And yeah, we've still not brought anyone in. But those are the main points from the Vitor Pereira press conference. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, smash that like. Loads of stuff coming up over the weekend, reaction to the game. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button for that. Hit the bell notification on. Leave your thoughts on this in the comment section below. And, of course, go and check out our light-hearted match preview alongside with Mr. Magic Moss as well. But until the next one, always Wolves.